money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
This ain't financial advice, just a little DD to help you think twice. We hold for each other, eyes on the prize. The new floor's 200,000 times 5. I joke, I kid, no, I don't know a damn thing. I'm as simple as Bubba trying to sell some damn shrimp. Can't spell IQ, can't even count to 10. And I eat crayons every day with my friends. I think about Kenny in his ivory tower, shaking in his lily boots as the apes overpower. Must suck to lose to monkeys, so dumb. But you made your bed and you got nowhere to run. I'd love to be a fly on the wall when he makes the prize fall. And he watching as we keep on more. You forgot we on the float blind, 2 hours old. Lie, stop breaking the law, asshole.
Show us the fucking money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
Stupid ass, throwing all my money at the streets like a quarterback. If you D don't mean a thing, water up a duck's back. Apes not leaving nothing till we get the money stacks. Monkey see, monkey do, monkey hold until we're blue. Monkey magic coming through us monkeys on the moon. Double digit IQ, tendy loving bamboo. Right here we got more smoothies than a jumbo juice. Probably thought you coulda made us sell all the gooder. And hell, we maybe woulda, but we more zen than the Buddha. The floor, 6 figures ain't selling for less. You took on the ape nation and you're fucking with the best. We hold for each other, my sisters and my brothers, the fighters and the lovers. We don't need another fan because we huddle through hard times and struggle. Cause we're just a couple of diamonds in the rough.
Show us the fucking money. It's time to lay it on me. Cause what's mine is ours. This shit belongs to the army. Gon' need to see them Benjis. We hungry for them tendies. Give us this day our daily bread. Show us the fucking money.
What is going on, Moon Gang? What a way to kick off November. Old November. What? This is going to be a power hour and a half. A lot of you are going to be like, but Matt, I believe in the linear nature of time. I think within an hour, we can only fit in 60 minutes of total excitement. A lot of you, you're totalist. Like, you're just saying, okay, it's an hour. We're only going to have 60 minutes of fun. And boy, oh boy, am I here to blow your mind. We're gonna have an hour and a half in this power hour. We're just going to fit in that much fun. And we're just here. We're watching AMC looking good. It really is having a great day. AMC is up a beautiful 4.4%, trading just south of 37. But can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. It's moving. I mean, for how long? It's been weeks, and I'm like, all right, the area of supply class is 188 to 190. We need to overcome that supply. Time and time again, I've said that for weeks. I'm just sitting here. Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses? If you've been listening to me for 3 weeks now, I'm just like, all right, class. Okay, class, please pay attention. There is an area of supply on GME from 188 to 190. Let's see if we have the appropriate amount of demand to come over that area of supply. And then boom, out of nowhere, thick Kohrs comes in.
He's like, listen up, kids.
And we ripped right over it. We just kicked that door in. We're like, nah, we're done with it. 18 tries later. It took us a hot minute. It did. I'll admit it. It took us longer than I wanted to. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many tests did we need here? And today it's like, we don't care. And then we broke right above 200. Huge psychological level, massive psychological level. And we broke above it. I think we hit 210-ish, 208.60, and we're still going. Like right now, there is strength. AMC. So Jimmy's been running. Jimmy is a runaway Romeo, and we all know the story of Romeo and Juliet. Romeo is running. He's like, oh, I hate these market makers. Time to make money. And then Juliet slept in, and she's like, where are you going, Jimmy? Where are you going, Amy? She's like, she wakes up a little late. She's like, I want to run too. It's a classic forbidden love story between retail apes and market makers who are basically screwing over all of Wall Street. We've heard the story before. It's classic Shakespearean. It's a follow-up to Shakespeare's other pieces of work where he just discussed the egregious abuse of power and cronyism between the Federal Reserve, between our politicians, namely Congress, and all of their connections to regulators in Wall Street. Like, stop me if you heard this story before. We've seen the cartoon, we've seen the real life adaptation. We all read it and had to write stories on it just to pass our state test growing up. We've been here. You know the story, I know the story, and now we're just living it out in real time. AMC looking good, 37. GME looking absolutely phenomenal. And seriously, I don't know if you have a front door around you, but you might want to go shut that front door because your boy has once again retained the title of the best Tesla trader on this side of the Mississippi. A lot of you are like, Matt, you tell us all of these rules. Don't buy at an all-time high. You're going to risk being a bag holder. And then you did it on Tesla last week. You top ticked it and you threw up 10 grand and all of a sudden before you knew it, you were down 50. You were down 55. You were down 60. Even when Tesla bounced back and made a new all-time high, you were down 14%. You were down 10%. Well, folks, luck has struck again. I was able to get out for a profit. I got out, a nice 30% gain, put that nice $3K in my pocket, getting ready to buy some Cheez-Its and sangria. I'm walking to my Cheez-It sangria dealer. I was like, you know what's cooler than 3K? What if I take all these tendies and I double down again? So I was sitting there. I was sitting. And I was like, hey, this looks cool. And it was actually this stupid bar right here. Let me zoom in and just give everyone my thought process. This bar right here at, 211. I was like, that looks tasty. That looks like a scrumdiddlyumptious bar for me. I called up Willy Wonka. I was like, I need that bar. I need that bar right now. So I more than doubled down. I was like, all right, I'm going long again. And I shit you not, it was right here. Do you see what happened? I didn't even announce this at all. So it wasn't even like, oh, the market's out to get me because I said it on my live stream and they're just here to embarrass me. This is how good of a Tesla trader I am. I go long right here. I'm like, we're riding Tesla right back up. Afternoon session's going to be crazy. And then my teeth got kicked in for 5 minutes straight. Like right after I bought it. It's like, nope. Ha, 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 ha. Well, that wasn't fun. And I was like, all right, how am I going to possibly express this to stream? Because like, it was just, that timing is uncanny. That it's uncanny how much the market's like, what did Matt just do with Tesla? Let's do the exact freaking opposite. So anyway, I had 7 calls for this Friday, like a stupid lotto call. Like, guys, you know how bad I am with Tesla. This is insane. I got lucky. I was able to get out of, I bought 7 and I sold 3. So right now I still have 4 more to go. They are in a profit that is like insane, and a lot of you will be like, well, Matt, you haven't had the best luck. Like maybe it's time to lock in your profits, man. It seems like you got super lucky, and I get it, but it always reminds me of that Brad Pitt Achilles movie, Troy, when he's just like, he's talking to a little kid and he's like, this is why your name's never going to be remembered. No one cares about the second best Tesla trader on the Mississippi. No one's ever heard of that title. That person exists. That person's out there. They're not going to make it into the history books. The authors of our time, the musicians of our times, the artists of our time are not going to etch the second best trader on this side of the Mississippi into the history books. It's just not going to happen. That title is exclusively for the best trader. And right away, You just always got to swing for it. No one cares about how many times Michael Jordan has missed a shot. No one cares about how many times LeBron has missed a shot. No one cares about that type of stuff. Even Curry. All we talk about is how many threes he's made, not how many threes he's missed. That's my methodology with Tesla. I'm gonna lose, but do me a favor and let's just focus on the times that I actually hit Tesla. That's how you get yourself into the world of art, into the world of history. I can't risk being the second best Tesla trader on this side of the Mississippi. It's an all or nothing thing. Like, I'm just going to sit here time and time again, and we're going to go for it. And hopefully you guys have a short memory for the times that I miss. That's my entire tactic with my current Tesla trades, just to throw that out there. But I was long. Finally needed this run up just to make a small profit, waited for some weakness, got in here, was instantly embarrassed, but it fortunately came back and I cut roughly half of my position. So we're seeing how that all goes. And in the meantime, I feel like I'm just building up a tendy stack to get more of these, some of my favorite moon stocks right here, AMC and GME. I'm going to give you a quick update on that, but before, we might as well just do it now. My jokes aside of like this Tesla trading bullshit, there is actually some very interesting news and right here. And there's a reason why they have it in red. Exclusive. GLJ research analyst Gordon Johnson tells Benzinga it's highly likely Tesla will do another stock split. Gordon Johnson has been a longtime bear in Tesla shares. Why is this red? Why is Benzinga making it red? It's given us all a weird feeling. Well, hop in. We're going back in time. We're taking a little trip back into Rememberland. And what you need to know about Rememberland is right here. Right here. Well, Matt, why are you possibly looking at mid-August of 2020? What happened in mid-August of 2020 besides the fact that you were a pretty shitty YouTube creator at that point? You know, you're not wrong. I was a notably bad YouTube creator at that point. But what I do remember is something a little funny happened with Tesla. So we were all watching Tesla. We're like, whoa, Tesla's on this great run. From March all the way basically up until the end of July, Tesla went from 74 to 341. And then all of the nerds out there, you're going to say, well, technically, Matthew, didn't actually go from 74 to 340 because you got to remember the stock split. And you know what, nerd? You are 100% correct. And this is why I'm going to tie it back to the Benzinga thing. So this was adjusted for, I think, a 5-to-1 stock split. And it was coming down. Whatever the value is, just multiply it by 5. And it was on the night of August 11th. Market closed. We were all just dreaming of the tendies the next day. And the announcement came out that, Tesla's about to do a stock split, and the date is August 31st. And actually, a little bit before that, Apple did the same thing. So both Apple and Tesla were like, let's stock split together. Tim Cook, Elon holding hands. They're like, we're stock split brothers. You're stock splitting. I'm stock splitting. Let's make money. It was an exciting time. But anyway, the thing I want to articulate to you is look what happened the entire time from the announcement of the stock split up until the day of the stock split. Remember what I said, August 31st? So the very next day on the stock split, it did hit a slightly new high, and that's exactly when it started to sell. So the anticipation, the excitement of a stock split brought it all the way up to a new high at that moment in time. But when the split actually happened right here, August 31st, 5-for-1, that's when it came down. And then later they announced that it was going to get into the S&P 500 and started to rip from there. But look at this announcement of, yes, split had it happening all the way up till the actual split. That was a very, very bullish run. And hang on very quickly. Let me show you the exact same thing, just so you don't think I'm more crazy than I actually am. Check this out. So Apple did the exact same thing. They had a 4-for-1 stock split, but it was August 31st. They announced theirs a little bit earlier. It was actually right here around their earnings. So same thing from the announcement all the way up until the actual split in right here. You could fact check me, August of 2020. We saw this very, very nice run, a very nice run. Split happens and then it actually sold off. So same thing. We have this, the excitement up to the split Same thing happened with Apple. Same thing happened with Tesla. More recently, not on the exact same dates, but check it out once again with NVIDIA. NVIDIA did the exact same thing. From the announcement until the actual split, the stock ran. Right after the split, pretty much sold off. So it is an interesting play. And if we hear that happening with any stock out there, especially major equity, I think that it's a big money-making opportunity. So to clarify right now, Tesla has not announced that they are about to do it. There's an assumption, just so everyone knows what's going on. But anyway, I want to bring this up to you. And a lot of people might be asking, well, why? That's a fair question. Why would this possibly cause any excitement? And it's psychology. So what a stock split is you have one $5 bill, one $5 bill. That's it. You have $5 to your name. Let's say that this total value that you have of $5, that's the market cap of the company. And let's say the total amount of shares is how many bills you have. So you have one share, which is a $5 bill. The total of that, because you have one times 5 is 5. So that's the market cap of the company. Here's what a stock split does. Basically, you're like, you have a total of $5. Well, let's split it up. Instead of one $5 bill, you now have 5 $1 bills. So the overall value of the company is still the same. It's $5, but now you have more stock at a lesser value. You have 5 $1 bills instead of one $5 bills. The overall value of the company doesn't change, but it's perceived to be cheaper because obviously, yeah, it seems like a $1 bill is cheaper than a $5 bill. So that perception does get people excited to be like, oh, it's like kind of cheap. The people like that perception, and that's why you see the run up. So it's really not anything to do with the fundamental value of a company, but more of the perception. So some people will like, well, actually there is a fundamental change because now it's cheaper, so more people can afford it. Yes, I agree with that argument, but that argument has become weaker ever since we have fractional share buying. Now many people on whatever brokerage you choose to use, you don't have to buy a full share. Like even though Tesla's trading at $1,188 right now, you could buy $50 of it. So that's become a weaker argument because of the rise of fractional share, but it's still there. It's still psychology. So anywho, as you can see, this comes out, and even someone who's against Tesla saying, yeah, I think they're going to split again, that got it prompted. And my entire reasoning here is, whether you want to watch me or you don't, I personally believe, not a financial advisor, not a lawyer, barely made it down to my mom's basement to film this live stream. So like, take that for what it is. I really do think there's a serious money-making opportunity if it's announced that there's going to be a stock split, particularly on Tesla. But pay attention to that for any Fortune 500 company. Usually they run, and fact check me. Check out the pattern. Do your own DD on it. Don't just take my word on it. That would be crazy. You got to look into your own patterns. But I showed you 2 examples. NVIDIA, I know, is another one that just happened. But we see this run up all the way up until the actual time of the stock split, particularly money-making opportunity right there. So just wanted to bring that out to all of your attention. So I hope you could use that information into a positive manner. AMC right now getting double rejected after making a new all-time high of 37.19. Obviously, very, very obviously, it is back in this wedge that we want it to be in right here. Clearly, we are back in the wedge. Would love to see a run up today of 37.70. That just brings us to the high from October 22nd and October 25th. And right there, we have the gap fill that I've been talking about ad nauseum all the way up to 38.80, which is the low from October 21st. Look how beautiful this GameStop chart looks right here. Look at this breakout and this push. My next level of interest is 210 to 215-ish, 210, 215. We see some previous resistance. We see some previous support. Seems like an area that they might choose to battle out. I'm not going to lie. I am thoroughly surprised at how easily it broke above and is holding above 200. That is showing some serious strength. And I think it's just enthusiasm of how serious the company is pursuing the next, I would say, new trajectory, the new path fundamentally for the business getting into this world of crypto. So I find that to be particularly exciting. Would love to see this follow through, but I think this will be a multi-day, multi-week affair of like the new momentum. At least fingers crossed that is how it ends up playing out. In terms of the hardcore numbers, let me give you a quick reload just so we could go over all this. AMC net return of 710,000 shares today. The borrowed shares 251,000. That puts the estimated short interest estimated at 16.84%. In terms of GME, they've borrowed 317,000 against it today for a borrow of 194,000. That puts the estimated short interest at 12.12%. Excuse me, 12.21%. I misspoke there. But anyway, those are your numbers. Not crazy changes. The crazy changes have been more in the actual chart development. AMC getting nicely back into the wedge, which is really setting up that opportunity for the gap fill to 38.80. And in terms of GME, GameStop, obviously we have that nice technical breakout of 190 right around there, but then really on top of it, we took out the next level at 200. Exciting enthusiasm to kick off the week and the month, and really getting us into that final push for the calendar year, when sometimes equities can get very, very exciting. Tesla crushing it. SPY, it hit a new all-time high but didn't hold. It sold off. Now it just, I don't know, an awkward W. The Qs, kind of the same thing. Russell has been pushing. The Russell, whoa. The Russell 2000 is gunning for an all-time high. I didn't think I'd be saying that today at all, but we got very, very close. 234.53 would be a new all-time high for the Russell 2000, the small cap sector where AMC is the biggest equity within the basket. And look at that. We were within striking distance. Obviously, there's that opportunity in the next 45 minutes, especially because it's gearing up, but it might get pushed off till tomorrow. But I'm seeing a lot of green. I'm seeing a lot of money-making opportunity. Right now, in terms of some other ones, crypto taking a little bit of a breather, Matic kind of flat, Ethereum trying to hold the breakout. Bitcoin, unfortunately, couldn't hold this pop. It got rejected in between 62 and 63,000 back into this bull wedge. Bull flag. So crypto, not a major mover right now, or not right now, over the weekend. Mana, M-A-N-A, that had a great one tied to Decentraland. So there's always something moving in crypto, but when I'm talking about like the main cryptos, a little bit up, a little bit flat. Prague, we're kind of waiting on further development with that one. That's around 340. I like it. As long as it's holding 3, I'd prefer hold 4, but I'm in Prague, still holding that position. I have both calls and also stock. DWAC, looking a little bit weak. I still have those DWAC puts. I'm not going to lie. This push between the 27th and 28th was not good for me, but I'm still looking to play this gap fill to 52. I love playing gap fills, and I'm not against DWAC or anything like that. It's just, this is a nice technical trade. I think there's a gap fill from the high on the 21st. The only issue with this is I'm trying to really get through the eye of the needle in this scenario because I need it to gap fill before the announcement that the betas launch. My anticipation is that a successful beta launch will probably push the stock higher, and it's expected to happen sometime in November. I don't know. I know it's November 1st, sometime arbitrarily this month. So I'm very much looking to hopefully, fingers crossed, get there as quickly as possible. I'm trying to get that gap fill before the beta is announced. Hey, Matt, can you look at IDEX, please, on graph, lows, highs, your perfect work on graph? I'm in at 1.9, price point, $5, good company with EV. I could give you a very rough technical breakdown of my thoughts. Oh, wait, I like this. Kind of a bear trend, but it looks like it's trying to break out of that. I would love to see this take out 230. If it takes out 230, then you're setting up 260ish. That's what I would watch on it. All right. Matt, look into BMRA. It's going to be bad. Hedge fund series area. All right, I'll check that out. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. And what's going on? Not a hedge fund. Thanks for making the stock market days entertaining. Whether you're talking about stocks or random stuff, helps me get through the work. Cheers. Shout out. Rise and shine. I appreciate that, man. Those are very kind words. How are you, Matt? It's been a while since I'm listening. Made some money. Thanks to you. Took a break, but hearing a lot about Satama crypto NFT. So I'm actually hearing about it a lot more. A lot of people are asking me their opinion. So I'm going to have to dive into it just so I can speak on it a little bit more accurately, a little bit more eloquently. But as of right now, I don't want to say anything because I don't know much, and I don't want to give a opinion that is just like completely off base. So if I'm being completely honest, I hear a lot of people talking about it. That gets me exciting because I'm starting to understand the value of a massive community. But from a technical perspective, I do need to do more of my own DD on it. Hi, Sweet Pumpkin. Glad to see you aren't letting the bastards get you down. Can you check out Loop Ring for me, pretty please? Also, hey, Apes, love you. Shout out Kinky Kong. Love your support. So Loop Ring, it's a very exciting one. Loop Ring. Can I get it to USD? So Loop Ring is kind of connected right now. I guess I should do USD and we'll do it on FTX. So Loop Ring connected with GameStop. A lot of assumption that Loop Ring is going to be part of the game with GameStop, and they're kind of step into NFTs. Right now it's breaking. It just hit a new all-time high. I'm not the biggest fan of chasing. It probably would have been really nice to get in above 63, 62 right here. Just a nice technical breakout. But the fundamental driver does make sense to me. It really does, just because of it's tied to GameStop. And right now we had Ryan Cohen yesterday tweeting out MGGA, make GameStop great again. So that was trending yesterday. Maybe it was Saturday. But that's enthusiasm. I think both Ryan Cohen and Adam Aaron have utilized an insane Black Swan event to improve the trajectory of their companies. If I had like one little thing that I just wish happened, and I don't know if this would be smart or not smart, but I do think it would make the investors and the shareholders, the equity people, a little bit, I guess, more calm, is I wish Ryan Cohen were a little bit more public facing. The way Adam Aaron uses his opportunities to speak directly to his investors, to go on TV, explain what's going on, to keep people excited about the situation. I do think that I wish Ryan Cohen were a little bit more like that. He takes like the mysterious thing, like posting cryptic, and that I can't completely bash on that, because that is a great way to galvanize the Reddit audience, and it really is. So like, it is one tactic, but I have to imagine that people would feel more calm with their GameStop investments if he was a bit more public facing, of continually giving us updates on the I guess, step into the world of crypto. It's a small thing to point out, but I think it's a thing that the company would really like, because right now, like, we could know more about Loop Ring. People are doing DD and finding out information, and then they're presenting it, but we're not hearing it from like the horse's mouth. Will we see a price jump in AMC when earnings come out, or will the hedgies drive it down? I have no way to predict it. If I knew that information, I would be an infinitely wealthy person. There's no way to know. I think the earnings are going to be like good, especially seeing what IMAX has said, Cinemark, Regal. Recent comments from other movie theater chains have been pretty positive. They all really knocked it out of the park in October, and I think that I don't know. I don't see how AMC would possibly falter with its name recognition, the community recognition, and also it has the biggest market share within the theatrical experience. So I'm going into the earning cautiously optimistic, but I think it's for good reason. AMC earnings November 8th. Yep, that was announced this morning. November 8th, Monday, a week from today, after the market closes 5 p.m. East ET. That's when the earnings are, a week from today. All right, IDEX. Let's take another look at GME, man. Crushing it today. Absolutely crushing it. DWAC, how's this one actually looking? I haven't checked on it. A little bit weak, but now maybe putting in a higher low. I'd be curious if it breaks below 61, breaks below 60, something like that. ANY, waking up a little bit, 670. ANY, I like this a lot, above 760. Tesla hit a new all-time high at 1,193, and it just hit 1,190. So it's in that territory to potentially test again. LCID 3667. Remember, they just did their first deliveries in late October. SHIB holding on to 70. Matic not holding on to 2. Solana holding on to 200. Ethereum 4,300 within striking distance of an all-time high. And BTC is at 61,000. Oh, I wanted to share an interesting Twitter account with you that I found this weekend. Where is this account? Let me get the name for you. It is apparently called Plan B. This is all about Bitcoin. And I just wanted to share. I have no idea who this person is. It's just more of right here. I see that AMC is looking good, so I just want to make this quick so we can watch what's going on. So Plan B, and it's at 100 trillion USD, and I think that's what they're basically looking for Bitcoin to get to. It's a huge account, 1.3 million. So it's not verified or anything, but it's basically a very, very enthusiastic Bitcoin account. And from the light DD have done on it, this is just my friends were sending it to me. Just kind of calling out certain levels. August 47K, September 43K, October 61K, new monthly close, all-time high. Okay, 3% rounding error, close enough for me. Next targets, they think in November, according to this account, which, like I said, you gotta dive into it. November 98K, December 135K, which right here, that's an insane. Bitcoin right now trading at 61K. To get up to roughly 100K, that's 40K. That's a 66% gain from right now. And they're calling it out for this month. A 66% gain in 1 month is absolutely ridiculous. Now, once again, don't hold your breath. Like, we could believe it when we're going to see it, but I wanted to put that out here now. So at the end of the month, we can come back and see how accurate or not accurate this particular account is. But obviously sizable, getting some sort of serious following. All right. AMC waking up, GME waking up, Tesla also waking up as we're getting closer to close here. Let's throw up the SPY. IWM is probably more interesting to watch. What else is going today? Squid Games. Yeah, apparently Squid Games, the crypto related to it was a complete and utter scam. They just shut the project down, and I think they ran away with like $2 million. Complete scam, and a lot of people were calling them out. Like, I don't think it was like, whoa, like this came out of nowhere. I saw quite a few accounts on Twitter and YouTube, and actually a couple on Reddit as well, saying that this entire Squid project was like, it had all the telltale signs of a scam, and I guess it was, and they shut it down like real quick. As in, like, and they just took the money. Like, it's a sad thing. I don't get this. The only moon is GME, AMC straight to bankruptcy. Like, why do people say that? PCO? I'm going to kick you out. And I want you to know before I kick you out that it's exclusively because I think you're a complete and utter asshole. So I just want to get that out there of like, why, but you are now gone. TCH was going to time him out for 300 seconds. My mods are being more generous than I am today. Is like gone. I don't need that. That's so stupid. I'm so sick and tired of people like trying to act like this is where you should be. Folks, this is not an AMC channel. This is not a GME channel. This is a what's going on in the world of stocks, options, futures, crypto, manipulation, me trying to entertain, me trying to educate. I am not beholden to a particular equity. I am a proud ape, and that's because I'm fighting for market transparency and fairness and trying to educate people for completely, utterly free. This is not a particular channel thing. I'm in AMC. I'm in GME. I'm in the Russell 2000. I'm in Tesla. I'm in all those things because the longer you're trading, you realize that it's a silly concept to be like 100% tilted into one individual thing. If you're right, you hit it big. You hit it massively big. But if you're wrong, well, that's a good lesson on why you shouldn't be betting money that you are unable to lose, like that it would have such a severe adverse effect on your financial health, your emotional health, whatever type of health, your family health, any of that. You gotta be responsible. You should not be betting money that you cannot afford to lose. I am telling you that because there are too many creators out there who are trying to tell you that something is guaranteed, and nothing in the stock market is ever guaranteed. But Matt, are you saying that the MOAS is not guaranteed? That is 100% what I am saying. AMC, GME, Tesla, IWM, SPY, Qs, I don't care what it is. You can name any equity out there. You can name any crypto out there, future. I don't care. I can tell you that nothing is guaranteed. That's not how the stock market works whatsoever. I think the odds are good. I like these companies. That's why I'm in it. That's why I put my own money into this situation. But I am very much sick and tired of people telling you something has to happen. Folks, you see the manipulation going on around you. You see the duopoly of market makers. You see the egregious insider trading. When you're fighting nefarious, illicit, just downright immoral forces of that, how could you possibly say that something is guaranteed? It just does not work that way. Roses are a distraction from tulips. What's going on? Not a hedge fund. Did you hear about DWAC leaders and Trump possibly violating securities law? Anything substantive to that? And does it problem for the stock in your opinion? So I heard something along the lines of some like open source software code issue, but to me it seemed like relatively easily fixed. But I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Have you ever looked into quantum computing companies? IONQ has been looking good, not as good as a quantum tulips, but still good. Can you take a look? Okay, I don't know much about the fundamentals of this company, but I'd be more than happy to pull up the chart. Looks like it. Oh, was this a SPAC play? A financial conglomerate. You guys know how I get about financial conglomerates. Come on, I'm always a sucker for a financial conglomerate. I'm not buying at a new all-time high. So with that, I would want to know what the company is that they consume, what's their revenue, what's their business model. But from a technical perspective, not a fan of getting in at an all-time high. I mean, literally take a lesson from me last week of doing it with Tesla and then being down like over 50% for a bit there and getting lucky as all hell. It's not a good idea. If you happen to already be in it, well, ride the trend. Just set a trailing stop loss, set a goal, have a good trading plan. Hi, Matt. CNBC showing AMC earnings will happen today, 11:01 after market close. Yeah, so that was the estimation by a lot of people. The NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, they just look at the previous ones and the cadence and they try to guess like the day, but it is confirmed to be next week. Up until basically this weekend, that's what everyone had it at because that was just the estimation going on the previous cadence. But today, or as of this weekend, today, we actually know it's the 8th. All right, I think I'm up to... don't bring Tesla into this. Jacobs, what's going on? We're about to see 1,200. Fingers crossed. If MMTLP, the placeholder tier TRCH MMA dividend is being tracked by brokers on OTC $1.50 now, and they're saying 15 plus for div, am I missing something? Craig, I don't want to give anything wrong related to that. I'm unaware. I know that entire situation is getting like a bit wonky and I just haven't been up to date on it. There's a handful of people who have been like really tracking it. But one that I know has been vocal about MMAT that you can find on Twitter is Trace Subway Cup. I guess securities laws restrict SPACs from discussions about mergers prior to their public listings. And that's why they are allegedly were doing. Hang on, what's this in reference to? Brian something. Suggestions on where to start learning about crypto and crypto investing. Yeah, I am a big fan of Max Mayer's channel, Maher. Brian Jung is good. BitBoy Crypto is good. Who else do I really like? Max's Mayer, Maher, is the one I've been watching the most of. Coin Bureau is really good. If you just want like factual, straight up information, those are all guys you could watch their information for free on YouTube. You don't have to pay anything. I think that's a good starting point. All right, and what was the other one? Brian something. What was this in reference to? Mergers prior to their listings. I don't know about that, Brian. This is the first time I'm hearing about the merger issue with DWAC, because they filed an 8K. Like that wasn't like someone just went on Twitter and said it. Like that was an SEC filing of how the people find out about the information. Cryptos Are Us live streams, BitBoy Crypto live streams, Brian Jung uploads video, Max Mayer uploads videos. Those are four. Coin Bureau is another one who uploads videos. So 2 live streamers in there, the other 3 upload. And it's just check them all out and see which one personality. I mean, I think they're all good. I think they all know what they're talking about, but see which personality like resonates with you. I've been following Max Mayer lately just because he is a big fan of Cardano. I'm a big fan of Cardano. I trust in his work. I know him on a personal basis from earlier this year. Just like in the world of YouTube, you start getting connected with each other. And I just think he's a pretty stand-up guy. I don't know Coin Bureau personally. I do not know BitBoy Crypto personally. I do know Cryptos Are Us. Like I've had the opportunity to speak with him on like a one-on-one basis. He's a pretty cool guy as well. Just to, I guess, put it all out there. What else do we have? So I'm seeing some people talking about the DTCC haircut. Not even sure what. Collar haircuts, collateral version of. This has like the vibe of another thing that got picked up on Reddit. Oh, wow. I searched it and literally the first thing's on Reddit. And just because it's on Reddit doesn't mean it's wrong, but it also equivalently doesn't mean it's right either. But the first thing I see, I search it and it's like, okay, it is a Reddit thing. Higher haircut. DT made reduced risk by assigning higher haircuts where applicable to equity securities designed a high volatility. So it seems like a collateral requirement thing. So any of these moves, and like, okay, maybe I'm getting this wrong. Maybe I'm speaking off base with referring to the haircut thing. But my quick little thing, it seems like they have the opportunity to like require more collateral. Everything that the DTCC, NSCC, and OCC do, it's to help the system from going completely like haywire when like shit hits the fan. So for me, I'm a fan of them having more money. If that's what this is referring to, for them, when they see an increase in volatility, if they require people to have higher collateral, I think that's a good rule if it's what that is referring to, but I'd have to take a little bit more of a deep dive into it. But it going live or not going live, is that going to be the thing that like prompts a MOAS? No, we've been here before. How many times on Reddit do we read this thing of like this rule is going to trigger the MOAS, this rule triggers the MOAS, this triggers the MOAS, this triggers the MOAS? Why would this one be any different? We've heard that time and time again. This rule 801, 802, 15, 5, 3, 8, blah 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 blah. How many rules have we read about and everyone's like, this is what triggers it going to kingdom come? Has it happened? I hope. That doesn't make me feel good to say. I'm just pointing out a pattern, folks. I hope one of these rules is the thing that causes it to go to kingdom come. I would like to become a very wealthy person. I'm simply pointing out the fact that whenever people get all excited about rules, has one of them ever come through for us? Ever, ever, ever. You have ding-dongs who are pitching, it's quadruple witching. This is what we've been waiting for, quadruple witching. We got to squeeze now. Wrong on that. All these dates. When people are setting dates and rules and expectations on such a binary thing, not one has ever panned out. Ever. Tell us about Mark and CEI. So CEI, a lot of people are kind of accusing it of just being a pump and dump right now. Or sorry, CEI. Looks like it was a pump and a dump, and I'm seeing weakness. I don't know. I never traded CEI. I've read positive things about it. I've read negative things. When the negative things came out, the people who were saying the positive things were never able to rebuttal the negative write-ups, the short report. So that seems like I need to dive more into the situation. It made me feel a bit iffy, something about my gut feeling on it. I was like, I don't know, seems a bit weird. And now the chart is actually kind of showing that same thing. All we're seeing is a pattern of lower highs. If this breaks below the low of October 15th of $1.19, like I said, I have no position, but I would personally be worried because that opens up a flush to 86 cents. And if it breaks below 86 cents, things could get very hairy there. So please be careful. Whatever your trading plan is, please stick to it. Mark, kind of that same thing. It went, well, even this, a gap up that goes red. When things gap up and can't hold, that's typically not a good sign at all. That means it got pumped in pre-market, and then the overall market, where there's much more volume, is not accepting the newest price. And it sells. That's not a good sign. If this gets back above 250, I think it has a shot, but I would be patient until then. AMC earnings today or tomorrow? Neither. It's next Monday, November 8th, a week from today. Yes, I agree. I'm not sure. Business Insider article 2 days ago, Donald Trump's SPAC merger may have violated securities law, a report says. I'll happily look into it. I mean, for me in the short term, I wouldn't mind because I'm trying to make some money off of puts on the gap fill, but I'll dive into that, Brian. So many YouTubers promoting brokers with payment for order flow. How do we stop that nonsense? People need to understand what those trades actually does to AMC. Yeah, I mean, I'm not completely innocent of that myself. I've promoted Robinhood. I promoted Webull. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know how bad payment for order flow was. I understood what it was conceptually. I just didn't understand its implications on a market structure. This is a learning process for many of us. For the YouTubers within this space, a lot of us have learned quite a bit over the past 11 months now, specific to market structure. And with it, I mean, I think everyone just has to come to the same realization that people, like, I guess, like I have, where I'm like, oh, earlier this year, you can find videos of me saying, hey, don't forget to sign up for Robinhood. And then Robinhood took away the buy button and they treated us all like we were stupid. And I was like, okay, I didn't like that. So then I got into Webull and I was promoting Webull. And then I started to learn more about payment for order flow and how bad it was for the overall market. So that's why I don't use it anymore. The extent to which I use Webull and think we could get utility out of it is by looking at the options chain. What you see in front of you right now is called Trading View. I use this for my charting, but I don't have any brokerage hooked up. So if I ever want to see what's going on in the options chain, that's when I pull up my Webull app, just because it's really easy to use and I'm used to it. But that's why I go to Public, because everything I know about Public, it's no payment for order flow, no market makers. I like that, but the more I'm starting to learn now is it's one of those things where if something is free, it means you're the product. It's just how it is. And I think at first people were very, very interested in this commission-free trading, but they're starting to realize that it comes at the cost of transparency. So when you have these ones that you pay for, such as interactive brokers, well, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for complete and honest transparency. Here's who made money. Here's how much money they made. We'll process your order if you're all right with that setup. That's the world of brokerages right now. And I guess that comes down to a personal issue of, for you, it's your own whatever. I'm not really in the world of telling other people what to do. Do I wish people were a little bit more honest, a little bit more forthcoming? Or even if they're not, do I wish that some of these people are putting in more effort to learning what's going on? Do you know the amount of creators I've heard talking still about dark pools when I've like disproven like literally their entire, I'm over the weekend, I still saw people talking about dark pool trading at 60%. That's wrong. It's embarrassing. Do better, be better. So I feel embarrassed for them, but I don't know. They do what they want. I just hope they learn about the market structure, and I hope they learn about what they're actually saying or not saying. Space Monkey, Matt, I'm starting to like you maybe. Thank you. Space Monkey, I'm happy you're starting to like me, but I need to be honest that I've always loved you. So I just want that to get out there on the record. Hi, Matt. Hi, Mike Morin. Just logged in. Did you hear about Squid Games coin? Yes. Complete and utter scam. Crazy, 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 crazy. How long to transfer from Webull to public? Anyone know? So mine failed. It took me about 3 weeks, and then they're like, yeah, sorry, it failed. So I still have some of my shares like actively right now on Webull because my transfer failed. So I'm trying to maybe figure out if I need to do it like piecewise, like send like GameStop shares, then AMC shares. I don't know. I tried to do a full transfer from Webull to public. It just didn't work. So maybe I'll try a different brokerage because I have a TD account, I have a Fidelity account, I have an Interactive Brokers account. Or the fastest one would just be like a quick hot swap of like you put all your money in one account, you buy, and as soon as you buy, you just sell on the other just to like perfectly balance yourself out and keep your same net position. That's another opportunity if people are having issues with transfers. I'm going to give the transfer another try personally, just to see like maybe I did something wrong. But my Webull to public transfer, I just heard from public last week that it failed. They're like, sorry, we don't know why. And I was like, well, do you have the shares? Seems like an obvious question. Have you DRS any GME shares? No, I haven't, because I put a premium on being able to very rapidly get in and out of positions. And if you DRS your shares, you are, from what you're used to on whatever your normal brokerage is, your mobility is far, far less. And I personally put such a premium of value on being able to control my shares that I just don't want to be that far away from them, because we know that in the event of a squeeze, it's super, super high volatility. So sometimes being as quick as you can is important. So that's a major con that's turned me off, but I do admit there are interesting pros to DRSing. Various studies have shown that when people directly register their own shares, it cuts down in FTDs. The shares don't get lent out to potential shorts. So there are various pros. Like anything in the market, there's pros, there's cons. You have to weigh out what weighs the most to you, which matters the most to you. For me personally, I think it's too important to have quick, agile control of your ownership. And with DRS, you do not have that. You still promote Webull in your description. Once again, for people to look at the options trade, I don't even know if I don't even know the last time I've said sign up for Webull. It's been months now. I tell people to sign up for public. Like I said, I still use Webull to look at the options trade. The chain, you could do that, I guess, with Thinkorswim if you want to download that to your computer. It's just, for me, being an options trader, obviously I have to look at an options chain somewhere. But anyone who's watched, I mean, I don't even know who said that. Obviously, you must be the drama zone. It sounds like you are the drama zone. It's been literally months since I've told anyone they should sign up for Webull. Months and months and months. And guess what? I have an entire catalog to prove it. Unusual Whales for an option chain. Unusual Whales doesn't have an option chain. They have options flow, but that's different. Is Kohrs Light a fake page? No. Kohrs Light is like the clips of the stream. So if I go on like a rant or an explanation or like something concise, we cut it up and put it on Kohrs Light. Kohrs Light is the clips page for this live stream. So basically on the main page, we have Monday to Friday, we have 2 live streams a day. And then on the weekend, we post an interview, and then Kohrs Light is the clips, all the useful clips of all of that. I say useful hesitantly because like some of the clips are absurd. How do I even find this channel? Where's Kohrs Light? Here I am. Please understand that I say useful, like not facetiously, but whatever. So my massive rant this morning, when I said a couple swear words here and there, that's Matt's State of the Union address, literally just came out. And then the story of the robbery. But then like, it's weird because then I clip in important stuff. Like if you want to see Corrupt Shore with Dave Lauer, all your favorite Jersey Shore people. So it's just, this is the official Clips channel, just because I know people don't have the time to sit here with me and stream for hours and hours a day. So more of like the concise, important stuff ends up on Kohrs Lite, KOHRZLITE. If you want sub, put on your notifications and that stuff. It's just a little bit faster, little bit quicker to consume it. Someone said SHIB gonna run in 10 days. So I know there's quite a few assumptions of what's going on with Robinhood listing SHIB. In the event that it does that, I do think that it runs, and I think it runs to a notable degree, but that's also a big if. But why would they list it? I think Robinhood listing SHIB, however you want to say it, Shiba Inu, would be an attempt to save their bottom line. So the first quarter of this year, they got by through options trading because everything went haywire with GameStop. The second quarter, they got by with Dogecoin trading because everything went haywire with Dogecoin. This most recent quarter, there wasn't an abnormal event like that for the brokerage to capitalize on, and they burned a lot of money, up to like, they were in the whole $1.3 billion. So I think for them, they're like, well, hang on, we saw that Doge trading saved our quarter, the second quarter. I think as a business perspective, they're like, well, if we're trying to save this quarter, they might be looking at SHIB. So if they list it, they're going to be able to get some money off of the SHIB trading. So that's kind of my thought process with it. I would be surprised if Robinhood doesn't list it. And if you want to trust the rumor mill, there is a Shiba Inu like Twitter account, like the breaking news one. And apparently they got emails from insiders that Robinhood is planning on listing it in November. Like I said, these are unsubstantiated rumors, but hey, sometimes rumors can make you a buttload of money. I'm in SHIB. I own about 150 million. I think it's 150 million. I own about 150 million, and I'm in it for the lulz to see how much this can actually go. I have to admit, I use Webull for my charting, but I trade on TD and Voyager. Yeah, I like, people get so weird about it. Like, if you want to use it for trading, whatever, like you're charting, but if you're trading off, like it's the actual trades. Like if you're trading stock on Webull or Robinhood, I don't really get it because there's better alternatives that you know are not payment for order flow. But if you just want to use it for charting because it has good looking charting, if you want to use it just to get information such as the level 2 of the New York Stock Exchange or the options chain, what is the harm in that? There's nothing wrong with just using Webull as a tool. The issue is trading on Webull. And there's a lot of ding dongs out there. Who was the guy's name? The Drama Zone, that just seemed to like not understand that. Matt, you need another rant. It was your morning stream that got the stock moving. What's going on? I thought everyone was against Robinhood. How's that factor into SHIB? So there's a community of apes who are very much against Robinhood, but Robinhood still has a user base of people who just maybe were never intertwined with AMC and or GME or NOK or BB or EXPR or NAKD. So they still have like a multi-million dollar or multi-million person user base that might want access to SHIB. And if they want access to SHIB and they start trading it, they can make serious money on it in the transactions. Tesla. Happy Monday, Matt. I had a convo with a family member yesterday about them doing their own research and learning about subjects instead of taking what people say at face value. It's, to be honest, it's frustrating. Welcome to my world. Robinhood said earlier they won't list any new crypto until there's more regulation. So yeah, they actually had that type of commentary on their earnings announcement last week. 2 weeks ago, within the past 2 weeks for sure. I think they're gonna be like, well, there is more regulation. Like, to them, Robinhood is burning a shitload of money every single quarter. They cannot sustain the current business model whatsoever. I have been notoriously bearish against Robinhood because I think they are immoral asshats, but on top of it, I think they're running a very poor business model right now. So when you have an immoral company that's stealing from its customers, and on top of that, a poor business model, like they're not even any good at stealing anymore. Like it's a failing business in my opinion. Obviously, That's not financial advice. Do your own DD on it. This is my own opinion, but I don't know. I'm very bearish against Robinhood. I've gone on national TV saying it now for the past couple months, and I think I'm going to be right. I think we see a day where Robinhood goes sub 20, maybe even sub 10. It might be tomorrow. It might be next week. It might be a month. It might be taking a couple years. I don't know, but it's failing. And I just don't see what they're doing to fix it. Especially, hey, Tesla. Dingity ding ding ding. Tesla, new all-time high. I just don't see its success. They're not doing anything. If they don't list SHIB, it tells me that they're dumber than I even thought. And I think they're pretty dumb. If they don't, like, what else are they going to do to save their quarter? If they do nothing new, they're going to burn another $1 billion. Do orders filled by retail stock affect price action? Yes. It could have a detriment on price discovery, but yes, it does have an impact on price action. I know you're like, well, hang on, that sounds very similar. And they are similar, but there are key differences and nuances between the two. So one of the biggest issues with the 60+% off exchange trading on AMC and GME, please understand, I said off exchange, not dark pools. Dark pools account for just the number 4% of AMC and GME, while the other 56% is still off exchange, but it's internalizers, it's market makers. And I know a lot of people, they're like, it's semantics. They know what we mean. No, they don't. If you fix a dark pool problem, that is very, very different in process and in methodology than fixing a market maker problem. Semantics do matter. Precision in your words is precision in your thoughts. Someone mentioned that to me and I was like, that is right on. Someone literally said that to me. They responded. They're like, this is semantics. They said that and then they followed up with, Gary Gensler knows exactly what we're talking about. What? What? Imagine going to a mechanic who doesn't want to do his job and you're like, the battery's broke, the battery's broke, the battery's broke. And in reality, the engine's broke. So yeah, you have a broken car. Yeah, we have a lot of off exchange trading. But like I said, this mechanic does not want to do his job. So if you're there the entire time saying the battery's broke when in reality it's the engine's broke, well, yeah, no, it matters. You either should say the car's broken down or be right and say the engine's broken down. But to be like, no, I am positive it's the battery. It's embarrassing, and more importantly, it's wrong. If you have a margin account, does that stop good faith violations? Yes, but then it could start pattern day trade violations. So a good faith violation relates to cash accounts, while pattern day trading relates to margin accounts. So basically, pick your poison on that one. What else? What up, Thickums? Morning stream was amazing. Shout out Karthik and Thickums. That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. All right. How am I doing on Tesla? Do I lock it in? No way could I make 2 Tesla profits in one day. We're about to produce a singularity, folks. Whoa. Well, I am up 65%. I'm up like 5K. I'm going to lock that in. That's silly not to. That's silly not to. Let's take them tendies. Hey, maybe it gaps up tomorrow, but just locked it in. Locked in another, I don't know. That was a nice gain, like 70%, 66%, something like that. Locked it in. I'm out of Tesla. Dingity ding ding ding. Dingity ding ding ding. 2 Tesla wins in a day. Best Tesla trader on this side of the Mississippi. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I locked it in. Done. Out of it. Clean. I'll come back and fight with it tomorrow. Hey. This is how you retain the title, folks. This is how you do it. I don't know about you, but I take all my relationship advice and now my car mechanic advice from Maddie K. Hey, happy to help. Don't forget, always don't forget about your blinker fluid or the premium air in your tires. Solid stuff. It's solid stuff. Matt doesn't drive a Tesla, but he drives Tesla profits. Yeah, I would rather put my money. I'm not like a materialistic person like that. I'd rather if I had to buy a Tesla, or if I could take the value of a Tesla and just put it in the market, I would just put it in the market and like invest somewhere. Blinker fluid is a must. Can you do a trailing stop loss on options? It's kind of dependent on your brokerage. Some brokerages might have that, other ones don't. I'm trying to think of Webull's. I don't think Webull does it like that. Like you could have a limit. They might have a trailing on there, but brokerage specific if they give you that type of a order. Speaking of cars, did you get your oil change? Ironically, I need it. Like I haven't, but I actually need to get an oil change right now. Oh man, where are we at? Oh, whoa, we are a minute 45 away from market close today. If you haven't already, I would ask you kindly to destroy that like button. There's about 7,000 of you in here. I see no reason why there can't be like 25,000 likes. All of your real likes, synthetic likes, dark pool likes, market maker internalization likes, option likes, all of them. Just if you have an extra like just laying around, if you want to throw it my way digitally, I would be much appreciative of that. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Liking, subscribing are completely free, helps me out with the algorithm, gets me and my antics in front of other people if you think that's a net benefit for the world. Is he drunk? No, this is just how I am. This is what happens when you don't give a kid enough attention growing up. Best advice from Matt: when your wife is mad, just tell her to calm down. Don't forget the windshield oil. Too much fun. Too much fun. Short like attack. I like the cut of your gym. 7,000 of you hit the like, which hit 25,000. Matt, steroid Kohrs. All right, 30 seconds out. I'm just letting you know in case you are battling with pattern day trading, if you're trying to sneak in a trade right before market close. Q3 earnings not tonight. No. AMC's earnings are a week from today, November 8th. A lot of people were predicting it to be today just because of the previous cadence of their earnings, but it did get announced today that it's a week from today. It is 7 days, November 8th. Different between calls and shares. A call is a contract that allows you to buy 100 shares of a particular equity at a certain strike on or before a certain date. So basically a call is representative of 100 shares, but it's a contract. They're not that similar. Like, of course they're related, but they don't have much of an overlap. Options are like notably more complex. All right. Dingity ding ding ding. The casino is closed. The casino is closed to kick off the week, to kick off the month, and it crushed it. Today is Monday, November 1st. The S&P 500 in the green, up 0.2%. Dingity ding ding ding, a new all-time high. The NASDAQ 100 up 0.37%. Once again, dingity ding ding ding, a new all-time high. The Russell 2000 also up 2.6%. Now, it didn't technically make a new all-time high, but it's very freaking close, and I think it's coming tomorrow. So we'll give it a dingity ding 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 anyway in preparation for tomorrow. Now, Tesla did hit a new all-time high over 1,200, crushing it. Very excited to see what that does tomorrow. AMC had a nice technical recapture of the wedge. It was a fake out breakdown, but we got back into the wedge. I'm looking for the gap fill up to 38.80, which is about $1.70 higher than where we are right now. A nice gain of 4.8%. In terms of GME, GameStop crushed it today. It gained over $16, almost $17. A nice gain of 9%. Closed the day up above 209 cents. That is beautiful. 200 is a nice technical level, a nice psychological level, and we closed above it. I would love to see that continuation tomorrow. This was a picturesque way to kick off the week, to kick off the month. If you're an ape, you should be feeling really, really good right now. Mucho bueno. It was an exciting, nice, bullish, apish type of a day. I'm more than excited to see what tomorrow brings. So with that being said, yes, check out Kohrs Light, the Clips channel for the live streams. We have some stuff over there. More content will be uploaded today. We upload content there literally every day. So if you want to check that out, if you're missing me too much, but other than that, I will catch you tomorrow, crack of dawn, 9 a.m. I'll be there with all the farmers getting up right when they do. So overall, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. You guys are absolutely the best. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out, Mike. I see this. That's awesome. Thank you, Mike. But overall, you guys, I appreciate it. I think we have the best little corner of the internet you could possibly have. I will catch you bright and early tomorrow. And as always, from me and Chair, best of luck in the markets.